Hello, today I want to share my experience of language learning. My mother tongue is Nepali, and generally, Nepali people know four languages. Nepali, Hindi, English, and Urdu are languages that almost everyone knows, the Nepali language and the sister language. Since the Devanagari script is used, Nepalis generally know how to read and write Hindi and Nepali, but since Urdu uses a different script, they can understand it when spoken, but reading and writing require separate study. For reading and writing, since the languages are not that different, most Nepalis also understand Urdu. Nepalis generally understand these four languages: Nepali, Hindi, English, and Urdu. I started studying the Korean language in 2013 for foreign employment. I began studying Korean at the language campus under Tribhuvan University in Nepal. After studying at the World Language Campus for 4 years, for some time, I taught language to students preparing for the exam under the Foreign Employment Permit system. After that, from 2015 to 2020, I worked in South Korea under the Employment Permit system, EPS. Then in 2024, I started studying Japanese at the World Language Campus again. The course lasts for 6 months, and after completing 6 months of Japanese language study, I also started learning German at the same time. And then another 6 months later, I began studying Chinese as well. In this way, I have been studying these three languages at the World Language Campus since 2024. In my opinion, the most important thing for language study is that you have to dedicate a lot of time to it. Compared to other subjects, language learning requires an exceptionally large amount of time and effort, doesn't it? Rather than just reading books, you need to practice all four language skills: listening, speaking, writing, and reading. Among these, I think the most important is listening, because people naturally acquire their mother tongue in this way. Even without going to school or university, we learn language from our own village, community, and home, mainly because at first we listen a lot, more than anything else. We initially start to speak what we have heard and absorbed, and then gradually, when we attend school or college, we meticulously learn to read and write that particular language and diligently work on refining it. Similarly, if we genuinely want to learn other languages effectively, the very first and most fundamental thing is to actively listen. Listening seems to be the most important thing. First, listen to the language, then practice speaking it. After that, when we practice reading and writing, just as we naturally learn our mother tongue, if we learn other languages in the same way, I think we can learn them easily and naturally as well. Taking classes, for example, is necessary to refine oneself, and physical classes are also needed. But when it comes to studying on your own, the most important thing is to listen as much as possible and practice speaking, and only then practice reading and writing. I think that way we can learn a language more easily. A common mistake in language learning is to study it the same way we study other subjects. Instead of just using books and trying to make sentences on your own, I think you can learn a language faster and more naturally by listening first and imitating what you hear. That's why there are now a lot of resources available on YouTube for language learning. For basic knowledge, we should first look at the grammar and vocabulary of the language we want to learn and the language we already know well, either our mother tongue or another language we are comfortable with in both languages. We can learn this way. In the initial stage, materials that are available in two languages are suitable. Rather than starting from zero, it's better if things are explained clearly in your mother tongue or a language you already understand. The results of this approach can be quite good. Once you reach a slightly higher level, it becomes more effective to listen to materials in the language you want to learn. For effective study, if you can understand what you hear rather than just listening without comprehension, your learning will be much more effective. For this, the Language Reactor Chrome extension is extremely useful. By using it, you can watch videos with subtitles in two languages. You can view the subtitles for it. If you come across a word you don't know, you can open its dictionary with just one click, and you can see its explanation in your own language along with example sentences. Another important feature is that you can download the transcript of any video as a PDF in two languages and then print it out like this. This is very useful for reading and understanding unfamiliar words one by one. In this way, for the past 2 years, I have been studying Japanese, German, and Chinese languages at the World Language Campus, and for German, I have also been studying at the Goethe Institute in Kathmandu. Now, in a short time, I am preparing to go to Japan for foreign employment as a truck driver. I am going. Through my YouTube channel, Facebook page, and Instagram, you can watch videos related to language learning, travel, and informative videos about driving in Japan. Because I am interested in language studies, I have dubbed these videos using AI into various languages I know and languages I want to learn in the future. Please watch the video and give your advice, suggestions, and feedback, and stay tuned for upcoming videos. Thank you.